Hello everyone, I am Jeremiah Salvador Tuliao from the College of Education in this strand or course of Bachelor of Secondary Education in Philippine College of Science and Technology. And I'm now here to present myself and ask for your support and for giving your time for today's video and for my following videos to be uploaded, and also to ask for your support in my journey to my subject genetics. Okay? And for today's video, we will tackle about cell. Okay? Sabayan niyo po ako. Cell. Okay? So, cell is everywhere. Tama po ba? Sabi nga po ng iba, cell is one of the thing na gumagalaw. Cell is one of the thing na hindi mo nakikita. Pero cell pala. 'Di ba? Sabi din po nila, cell is something ikaw, tayo. And we are someone, not something po pala. So, let's just tackle about cell. What is cell, kuya? Let's just talk about cell theory. All living things are made up of cells. Yan, ikaw, ako, sila, tayo, sila tayong amin. Diba? Tayong lahat. Okay? We are made up of cells. And cells are the basic unit of instruction or structure and function in an organism. Our basic unit of life. Sabi nga, di ba, nung elementary natin, Ma'am, cell is a basic unit of life. Correct. Yan, direct to the card yung point mo. Tama ba? So, for further explanation, cells come from the reproduction of existing cells or cell division. Okay? So, for our next slide, just see if it is simple or complex cells. Kuya, ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng simple cell? Simple cell in the primary visual cortex is a cell that responds primarily to oriented edges and gratings. It is bars of particular orientations. Hindi siya po ay nakatutok lang sa isa or in the edge of something na object. Yan po. Yan po ang simple cell. Okay po. So, kuya, ano naman po ang complex cell, kuya? Complex cell, like a simple cell, a complex cell will respond primarily to oriented edges and gratings. However, it has a degree of spatial invariance. Yan. This means that its receptive field cannot be mapped into fixed accessory into inhibitory zones. Yan. Complex cells receive inputs from a number of simple cells. Okay? Mas complex po siya. From the word itself, complex cells. Yan po. So, let's just tackle the first topic or the first cells, the prokaryotes. These are cells that lack a nucleus or membrane-bound organelles. And also, it includes bacteria. Simplest type of cell, it is a prokaryotes. And it is single, hindi po double, hindi po in a relationship, single lang po. Circular chromosome. Yan po ang prokaryotes. If you will just see the picture in our PowerPoint. And also, it contains nuclear region, contains DNA. Yan. That is prokaryotes. It is surrounded by cell membrane and cell wall. Yan. And it contains ribosomes in their cytoplasm to make proteins. Okay po. And the next one is the eukaryotes. Hindi lang po yung isa ang type ng cell. But two types po siya. The first one is the prokaryotes, and the next one, this is the eukaryotes. Okay po? These cells that have a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Also, it includes protists, fungi, plant and animals. Also, more complex type of cell. Okay? Kung nakita po natin na na-define po natin kanina yung single at yung complex cells. Itong eukaryotes po, isa po siyang type ng complex cells po. And for eukaryotic cells, let's just go back. It contains three basic cell structures. Ano nga po ba itong mga tatlong cell structure ng eukaryotic cells? These are nucleus, cell membrane, and cytoplasm with organelles. Kuya, ano po itong mga to? Let's just see kung ano po itong mga to. There are also two main type of eukaryotic cells. The plant cell, the animal cells. Anong pinagkaiba nito, kuya? Ang ibig sabihin po ng plant cell at animal cell, pagkakaiba po nila at ang pagiging isa nila, animal cells and plant cells are similar in that they are both eukaryotic cells. Sabi nga po dyan kanina. These cells have a true nucleus which houses DNA and is separated from other cellular structures by a nuclear membrane. Both of these cell types have similar processes of reproduction. Yan, magkaparas po ng reproduction, which includes mitosis and meiosis. Animal and plant cells obtain the energy they need to grow and maintain normal cellular function through the process of cellular respiration. Both of these cell types also contain cell structures known as organelles, which are specialized to perform function necessary for normal cellular operation. Animal and plant cells have some of the same cell components in common, including a nucleus, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, mitochondria, peroxisomes, cytoskeleton, and cell or plasma membrane. While animal and plant cells have also many common characteristics, and also they have differences. Anong pagkakaiba nila, kuya? In size, in shape, in energy storage, in proteins, in differentiation, in growth, in cell wall, in centrioles, cilia, cytokinesis, lysosomes, plastids, vacuole, and also, madami pa po nilang pagkakaiba. But, gusto po kayong bigyan ng sample na pagkakaiba po nila. Like in their growth, animal cells increase in size by increasing in cell numbers. Yan po yung animal cells. Plant cells mainly increase cell size by becoming larger. Yan, tumatangkad po sila. They grow by absorbing more water into the central vacuum. Yan po. And they're in differentiation. In animal cells, only stem cells are capable of converting to other cell types. But most plant cells types are capable of differentiation. Yan po yung pagkakaiba nila. And in energy storage, animal cells store energy in the form of the complex carbohydrate glycogen. Tama po ba? But plant cells store energy as starch. Okay? In their size, animal cells are generally smaller than plant cells. Animal cells range from 10 to 30 micrometers in length, while plant cells range from 10 and 100 micrometers in length. Yan po ang pagkakaiba ng plant cell and animal cell. So, going back po sa ating topic, we'll go through sa atin pong two types of eukaryotic cells, which are what we have said, plant cell and animal cell. Puntan naman po natin ang part ng cells, which is the first is organelle. Yan po. Pero madami po sila. Just first topic, what is organelle? Organelles, it is very small. It performs various functions for a cell. It found in the cytoplasm. It may or may not be membrane bound. Ayan po. And for the next, that is organelle. And for the second part of cell is a cell or plasma membrane. Yan po, makikita nyo po siya. Sabi po niya dito, composed of double layer of phospholipids and proteins, that is plasma membrane, and it surrounds outside of all cells, that is plasma membrane. It also controls what enters or leaves the cell, and it is called the living layer. Okay, that is a cell or a plasma membrane. Punta naman tayo dun sa phospholipids, kuya. Ano po ba yun, kuya? Phospholipids, it is a head contain glycerol and phosphate and are hydrophilic that attracts water. Okay? It is a tails are made up of fatty acids and a hydrophobic or rappel water. It also make up a bilayer where tail point inward toward each other. It can move literally. Okay? It can move literally to allow small molecules to enter. Okay po? That is phospholipids. So let us go to the cell membrane. It is fluid. Molecules in the cell membranes are constantly moving and changing. Okay po, kung makikita nyo po dyan sa ating pong PowerPoint. Yan po. The cell membrane proteins help move large molecules or aid in cell recognition. Peripheral proteins are attached on the surface, inner or outer. And integral proteins are embedded completely through the membrane. That is cell membrane proteins. Kuya, ano naman po yung tinatawag nilang cell membrane in plants? Ito po siya. The cell membrane in plants. Okay po. It lies immediately against the cell wall in plant cells. It pushes out against the cell wall to maintain cell shape. That is the cell membrane in plants. What is cell wall? Cell wall is found outside the cell membrane. It is a wall. Okay? So from the word itself, it is a non-living layer. It supports and protects cell. It is found in plants, fungi, and bacteria. So let's go through the cytoplasm of a cell. Okay. It is a jelly-like substance enclosed by a cell membrane. It also provides a medium for chemical reactions to take place. That is the cytoplasm of a cell. And more on cytoplasm, it contains organelles to carry out specific uh, ob- specific jobs. Okay? Ano nga bang control ng organelle, kuya? Ano nga bang job ng organelle, kuya? Organelle, speaking of organelle, it controls nucleus actually. Ayan. Controls the normal activities of the cell. That is organelle. It contains the DNA in the chromosomes, bounded by a nuclear envelope with pores, usually the largest organelle. Okay? That is the organelle. Ang use po niya is siya po yung kumokontrol ng activities ng cell sa ating pong pangangatawan. Okay po? That is the organelle. And we topic about the nucleus, and more on the nucleus, we see in the picture that each cell has fixed number of chromosomes that carry genes. Ayan po. Makikita po natin sa picture. And also, gene controls cell characteristics. Okay po. And to our next slide, the nuclear envelope. It has double membrane surrounding nucleus. Ayan po. Para po siyang passage. Okay po. It is also called nuclear membrane. Okay? It contains nuclear pores for material to enter and leave nucleus. That is nuclear envelope. And inside the nucleus, there's the genetic material or DNA is found. Okay po? Or deoxyribonucleic acid. That's the DNA. Okay po? DNA is spread out and appears as chromatin in non-dividing cells. Also, DNA is condensed in wrap around proteins forming as chromosomes in dividing cells. Okay po? Yan po ang nangyayari sa loob po ng nucleus. Okay po? So, kuya, ano po ang ginagawa ng DNA? What does DNA do? DNA is the hereditary material of the cell. Okay? Diyan po yung nagfa-function yung mga minamana natin or ano yung mga nutrients na nakukuha natin throughout the process na nangyayari sa cell. Okay? Genes that make up the DNA molecule code for different proteins. That is DNA. That's what the DNA do. Okay? So, going po sa ating topic, let's talk about nucleus or nucleolus. Okay? It's found inside the nucleus. Okay? It also disappears when cell divides. Always remember that kapag nagdi-divide po yung cell, kapag nagdi-divide po yung cell, ang nawawala po doon ay yung nucleolus. Okay po, sa loob ng nucleus. It also makes ribosomes that make proteins. Yun po. Malagang part po yan ng katawan natin. And in cytoskeleton, yan po, pag-aralan po natin ito, it helps cell maintain cell shape. Yan po ang cytoskeleton. Siya po yung nagme-maintain ng ating cell shape. Also help move organelles around. Yan. It also made of proteins. Microfilaments are thread-like and made up of actin. Microtubules are tube-like and made of tubulin. The sample or picture of cytoskeleton, ayan po. Makikita po natin sa picture the image of cytoskeleton containing microtubules and microfilaments. Going through, I just talk about the centrioles. It is also found only in animal cells. Take note, we will found only we will found centrioles only in animal cells. Hindi po sa plant cells, but only in animal cells. It also paired up structures near nucleus. It is made of bundle of microtubules. It appears during cell division, forming mitotic spindle. It also help to pull chromosome pairs. Sorry, di ko po na-edit agad yung ginawa ko po. Di ko po naitaas. But sabi po niya doon, help to pull chromosome pairs. Okay po, bear with me po. Let's just go. Okay po, sa powerhouse. Alam niyo po, kuya, ano po yung powerhouse yung sinasabi niyo? This is the mitochondrion, or in the plural form, it is a mitochondria na tinatawag po. It is the powerhouse of the cell. Kuya, bakit nasabi na powerhouse of the cell yung mitochondria? Natawag po siyang powerhouse of the cell because it is responsible for the extracting energy from food through cellular respiration. Yan po ang ibig sabihin po ng power ng mitochondria. Okay po. It is very important sa atin po. Lalo na sa cellular respiration. Okay po. Ang pag-extract ng energy from the food, okay po, na nagbibigay sa bawat kalamnan natin at nagdadala sa bawat kalamnan natin. It is the powerhouse of the cell. The mitochondria po. And also, it also generates cellular energy. Yan po, nasabi nga po kanina. More active cells like muscle cells have more mitochondria. Ayan. Both plants and animals have mitochondria. Site of cellular respiration, like burning glucose. Okay. Let's just see the picture of mitochondria. Yan po yung inner structure ng mitochondria. It is surrounded by a double membrane. Has its own DNA folded inner membrane called cristae. Okay po. It increases surface area for more chemical reaction. Yung interior po niyang, ibig sabihin po, the interior called matrix. Okay po. Ano nga ba interesting facts about mitochondria, kuya? There are interesting facts about mitochondria. These are the mitochondria come from cytoplasm in the egg cell during fertilization. That's why, or therefore, you inherit your mitochondria. We inherit our mitochondria from our mother. Okay? Yan po yung magandang alamin natin na hindi po natin siya nakukuha sa both parents natin, but only po sa ating parent na magulang na babae lamang. Okay? Our mother po. Going through, just talk about endoplasmic reticulum, or ER in short term. It is a network of hollow membrane tubules. It also connects the nuclear envelope and cell membrane. It also functions in synthesis of cell products and transport. There are two kinds of ER, or endoplasmic reticulum. These are the rough ER, or the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. But first, let us define what is RER, or rough ER. It has the ribosomes on its surface. It makes membrane proteins and proteins for export out of cell. That is RER. And also, proteins are made up of ribosomes and ER surface. They are then threaded into the interior of the rough ER to be modified and transported. And punta naman tayo sa kabila. What's the function of the smooth ER? It makes membrane lipids or the steroids na tinatawag natin. It regulates calcium. Yan, yung mga malagang part na kailangan natin, the muscle cells. It destroys toxic substances. Okay? Yan po yung functions ng ating smooth ER or smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Let us go to endomembrane system. It includes membrane connected to ER connected to cell membrane. Yan po. You see the picture po. The ribosomes in our left side and in our right down right side is the RER or the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum is in the down left. Okay po, down left side po ng ating image. Let's go to ribosomes. It is made of proteins in rRNA. It also the protein factories for cell. Yan po. Malaga po ang use po ng ribosome dito sa ating pangatawan. It also join amino acids to make proteins through protein synthesis. Also, ribosomes can be attached to rough ER or be free or unattached in the cytoplasm. Okay po. Next one is the Golgi bodies. Eat stalks of flattened sacs. They have a shipping side or CIS phase and a receiving side or trans phase. It also receives proteins made by ER. It also transport vesicles with modified proteins pitch of the ends. Yan po, is transport vesicle. Yan po ang ating Golgi bodies. Ayan po. Just watch the image po sa ating PowerPoint po. In the Golgi animation, matatopic po natin is the Golgi bodies also look like a stalk of pancakes. Yan po, may kita po natin. It also modify, sort, and package molecules from ER for storage OR transport out of cell. Ayan po. The Golgi animation, yan, check nyo po. Yan po yung use po ng Golgi bodies po natin. That is the transport vesicle po. Yun po siya. Yung S. That is the transport vesicle po. Yan. Na nagmo-modify, na nag-sort, na nagpa-package ng molecules from ER for storage OR transport ng cell po natin. Going through, yan, materials are transported, yan po, sabi ko na po kanina. Let's go to lysosomes. What is lysosomes, kuya? Lysosomes contains digestive enzymes. It break down food, bacteria, and worn out cell parts for cells. It also program for cells death or apoptosis. Yan po yung cell kung saan ibig sabihin po ay apoptosis, wherein they program for self-death po. And release enzymes to break down and recycle cell parts. Okay po, that is lysosome. And lysosome, cells take in food by phagocytosis, and lysosomes digest the food and get rid of wastes. The cilia and flagella. The function of these is in moving cells, in moving fluids, or in small particles across the cell surface. The cilia and flagella, yan po ang pictures po nila. Cilia are shorter and more numerous on cells. Flagella are longer and fewer, usually 1 to 3 on cells lamang po. Yan po. Cell movement with cilia and flagella. Okay po. Yan po yung cell movement ng ating cell with cilia and flagella. Okay po. Cilia moving away dust particles from the lungs. Ayan po. Makikita po natin siya. Ayan. Yung up po, out to mouth. Cilia brushing dirt away. Yun po yung use po nung thread light. And the lung cell. Makikita po natin siya. Going po sa vacuoles. It is a fuel-filled sacs for storage. It also small or absent in animal cells. Okay? Minsan, malit lang po siyang parte sa animal cell. Pero, minsan din po ay wala din po siya. Plant cells have a large central vacuole. Yan po. Mas malaki po ang posibilidad na mas magkaroon po siya sa plant cells po. In plants, they store cell sap. Okay? Include storage of sugars, proteins, minerals, lipids, wastes, salts, water, and enzymes. Let us go to chloroplast. It also found only in producers, which is, ito po yung mga organisms containing chlorophyll. It's use energy from sunlight to make own food, glucose. Yan po. Kadalasan sa plants din po ito mga to. It is energy from the sun stored in the chemical bonds of sugars. Okay po. Chloroplast also surrounded by double membrane. Yan po, makikita po natin sa picture. And also, it is in the outer membrane smooth po. An inner membrane modified into sacs called thylakoids. Okay po. Thylakoids in stacks called grana and interconnected. The stroma, it is a gel-like material surrounding thylakoids. Yan po. Yan po yung thylakoids. Para po siyang poste. And the stroma is in the left part po. In the outer membrane. Nakita po natin siya sa image po. So, dito na po nagtatapos ang aking first video, which entitled Cell or the Cell Structures. Gusto ko lang po magpasalamat ulit sa inyong pakikinig, and may natutunan po ba kayo? Ayan. So, hoping na meron po kayo natutunan. And as I end this video po, alam mo ba na about cell naman po yung pinag-uusapan natin, that we have a trillions of cell in our bodies. Okay? At sabi nila, ay panalo ka na. Why? Kasi una pa lang nakipagdigma ka na. Alam mo yun, trillions of cells, pero ikaw yung nabuhay. Okay? So, hindi naman natin alam na ikaw yung lalabas at tayo yung andito. Okay, ngayon. Na nakikinig ka at ako nagsasalita ako dito ngayon. 'Di ba? Di natin nakalain. Ito yung buhay. Ito yung use ng cell sa ating buhay. Tama. It gives life. 'Di ba? At ito tayo ngayon. Okay? Even the living organisms surrounding us, 'di ba? Like plants, animals na nakikita natin at nagagamit natin sila through our living, 'di ba? Through our lifestyle, 'di ba? Ay nagagamit natin sila. And as I end, I just want to encourage you that your life is not a just. Hindi lang basta-basta. Okay? Kasi una pa lang nakipagdigma ka na sa trillions of cells, 'di ba? And you are the one appointed, maybe appointed or chosen to live in this world. Okay? So, wag kang manghina kung ano mo yung problema mo ngayon. And as we go through sa ating session, I know na na-encourage ka through this video that yung cell na pinag-aralan natin ngayon ay the true definition of cell. 'Di ba? Sino yung nag-create nun? 'Di ba? At lahat na nangyayari sa buhay natin, there's a purpose. Okay? May panahon, may oras sa lahat ng bagay. Kung andun ka sa baba ngayon, always smile, 'di ba? Because God is with you even into your down moments. Okay? So maraming salamat po. And thank you po sa lahat sa time nyo as I end this video. I declare strength po sa susunod pa natin mga videos. Thank you and God bless.